there's two other important parts of the planning sheets for you to go over. One is host communication, how you communicate with the church or ministry that's going to host the team that's coming. And again, all I'm asking for you to do is to follow in a timely manner, 6 months, 4 months, 2 months, 1 month out. Make sure you're following in a timely manner all of these things, okay? Under the 6 month, I highlighted training leaders. That's something that we've kind of fallen behind on. And I believe Alex is going to be working with everyone, helping them to figure out how to train the pastors and the ministries that receive teams in a more effective way. So I'd really like for you to figure out how to make that happen, more training for the leaders that receive teams, okay? I crossed out an area that said search for local childcare. I think we put that in there when a lot of people had kids that we had to have childcare for with trip facilitators. I don't think that's really as big of an issue right now, so I just crossed that out. I'll probably eliminate that. And the rest of it, I just kept the same. As far as whatever is in host communication, I've kept it the same. But this is to help you do a good job in communicating with the local church. Now, we know they're not always the greatest communicators back, but as long as we do our job, that's all we can do, is do what we can do. So that's just a reminder about host communication. Now let's talk about staff communication, okay? We want to make sure that we do a good job, of course, again, with our staff communication. It starts with 4 months out. And the first one I highlighted, which says staff budget estimate from ID. I'm ID. I'm the international director, ID, okay? I need to help you figure out what is going to be the cost to have staff, and also the line underneath it is what is the cost for the team. I just want to let you guys know, I want you to be the ones to initiate this. I'm having to worry about every single trip, and I don't remember when I'm supposed to do budgets for teams. I need for you to bug me. I need for you 4 months before any trip to email me and say, Dale, I need help figuring out a budget for this trip. It's been happening way too much that it's like 2 months out or 2.5 months out that the team asks me, I don't know how much this trip is costing, and I realize I never received any communication from the trip facilitator to figure out a budget for that trip. I need for you to contact me 4 months before so we can work out a budget so that we can help the team know how much things are going to cost. I know we don't always have all of the final numbers, but we need to try to have all the final numbers 4 months out. Too many merged trips now, lately. It's been like a month before the trip, before I get the final numbers. That is way too late. Way too late. We need to work a lot harder at making sure we get all of our budgets set way more in advance than we have been doing from now on, okay? I need your help with that. Okay, I'm going down to 1 month before we're getting the final staff budget, and I need you guys to be sending me the schedules of the teams. I'll let you know right now, I am not receiving schedules from a lot of you, okay? Maybe a lot is too much, but some of you are not ever sending me schedules of your trips. The reason that's important is if there's an emergency or if something goes on, I need to know where you are. I need to be able to refer to where you are and where you've been, okay? I really need your schedules a month before. So please don't forget to send those to me, all right? Volunteer staff mini manual. I think this is partly my fault. There is a manual for volunteers And I don't know if we've been sending them at all to our volunteers. And I know that that manual has not been updated for a long time. So I need some help probably at updating this volunteer manual, and we need to start giving this to anybody who works for the Merge team so that they have some kind of training manual to help them out. We used to have it in English and Spanish, and I think it's at least 10 years old, so it may not be very relevant. We got to work on this, okay? All right. I highlighted a lot of things for 1 month after, okay? One thing that I don't know if you've been doing at all, but it says update training manual with Evie 1 month after the trip. There's a training manual about your country that's sent to the teams the next year who are going to go. But we need to update that manual. So if you have not updated your country's manual in a long time, it's time to contact Evie, go over the training manual for a country, and redo it and update it. It's time now. Now in the fall is the time to do that, okay? Send ID your ministry numbers. There's a lot of times I'm having to say, can I please have your ministry numbers? Can I please have your ministry numbers? You should already know I want your numbers. And the numbers are how many people attended any of the ministries that the team was a part of. That's all I want. Just send me the numbers, okay? Expense report, we already went over that on a previous, whatever it was called, video. Thank you. So we already know about that. I need that 1 month after the trip, okay? Send photos and stories to Evie. If you ask Evie, do all of the trip facilitators send her stories and photos? The answer will be no, okay? We cannot advertise Merge without your help. We need you to participate in the Facebook page, if you can, the Instagram page, but more than anything else, you need to send your stories and your videos to Evie. If English is your second language and you don't write English very well, then contact Evie, set up a video call with her, tell her a great story, and then send some photos. For every trip you have, okay? For every trip you have, we need that. Send your expense logs to Evie as well, okay? And then I added 6 months after, if you hear of any great intercultural ministry that your team is doing as a result of their Merge trip, those are stories that the Covenant wants to hear about. And that's going to really make a difference in growing Merge. So we really need your help with that. Thank you so much for doing so great with these planning sheets. Follow them step by step, even if you've been doing it for 20 years. I still use them, even though I've been doing it for 26 years. I follow these step by step. And here's one other really good thing. Since almost none of you send me your updated planning sheets, let's just not worry about you sending them to me anymore. You don't need to send me your planning sheets anymore. So that's one less thing for you to do. I'm going to trust all of you that you're doing it and that you're doing it well, okay? So let's do a great job on those, and thank you so much for making Merge such an effective ministry because of all you do.